Ain't gonna look at nobody. Turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Just keep on walking, keep on talking, walking.
Speaking on the importance of community nonprofit safety net and the frontline caregivers, we will hear from Paula Haley. She's the training coordinator at Envision Unlimited. Gail Jackson, Oscar Townsend, and Michael Watson. They are workers and stewards at Envision Unlimited. And David Wendowski, a consumer of Annixter Center.
I am Paula Haley, a training counselor and chief steward at Envision Unlimited. You are about to hear a panel of frontline human service workers and consumers about the experiences on a day-to-day basis as a result of the inadequate funding and social services. Their testimony explains and requests that you make a passage of SB 2604 a top priority. The bill will increase fees for services and pay to community agencies like Envision and Annixter. It would specifically mandate that the money go to the series of wages increases to all direct care DSP workers, and that all will be paid not less than $13 per hour by July 2016. We of course know, Senator Steans, that you are sponsoring the bill, and we want to thank you and congratulate you for that good work. We are asking you to make it top priority, and we are asking for state rep to make it a top priority in the House. We are also asking you to endorse and principle the concept of legislation that would go further and eventually guarantee that at least $15 per hour to all health care and social service workers who provide Medicaid services in any form. By relieving the poverty suffered by many workers, it would actually save the state money. Our first speaker would be Gail Jackson, and she's a training counselor and steward at Envision.
At Envision, we have a very dedicated direct care staff who go beyond their regular demanding job descriptions and duties. Hallis is the site where I work at. We have 3 units. Each unit has 2 direct care staff, and we each have 20 to 22 adults with developmental disabilities on our caseload. And if someone is out on vacation or sick, that means we have 40 or more. Annually, we have a picnic and a Christmas party for our clients and a luncheon for the ones who participate in Special Olympics. The direct care staff, we do all the shopping, we do all the cooking, and we don't do this to get brownie points. We do this because we care and we have compassion in our hearts for the people that we serve. And in order for this to be free to our clients, the direct care staff, we have fundraisers. So sometimes this means that we miss lunch and we miss our breaks so we can meet our goals. And when a client comes to work without the proper clothing or come with no lunch, this same direct care staff, we pitch in together and make sure that they have the appropriate and necessary clothes and lunch. In 2010, I took on the role as head coach for Special Olympics, and I organized MedFest for over 30 Olympians, and I continue to schedule all functions related to their participation. Now it's over 40 that I do, and I also train them for their events. Once a week, our clients have the choice to order lunch out. This means I have to take orders, take the money, organize the orders, call the orders in, and then once they get there, issue them out. And our clients like that. This is just a few of the things that we do for the people we serve. But yet, after 20 years of this dedicated service, I don't make $25,000 a year. I don't get paid enough to buy and maintain a home, nor help secure the future of my grandchildren. I care, you care, we win. Pass Bill SB 2604.
Our next speaker is Michael Watson, steward and advocate with the Annexter Center, who work and live in your district.
My name is Mike Watson. Senator Stein, I currently live at 2357 West Jarvis, which is in Chicago, which is in your district. I work for Annexter at the town of Sullivan. My position is an advocate and caregiver for the individual with disability. I worked for Annexter since July of 2009. Like you, my salary started at 20, and I'm at 21. And I've tried that for over a 5-year period. I only got a $1,000 raise. Now, I want to discuss the issue of low wages that we are currently getting, and the importance of the passage of SB 2604. This bill is important to our, for our survival and sustainability. With the high cost of living that I have to endure and the college loans that I have, which I cannot even begin to pay back, I live from paycheck to paycheck. I have to decide whether I have to pay bills or to eat on a day-to-day basis. In brief, Madam Senator, pass this bill. Help us decide whether we will live or just survive. Because the quality of our lives will determine the quality of the lives of the people that we take care of. And in short, I don't mean to be facetious, my money's funny, I ain't laughing. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Oscar Townsend, a lead community living specialist and also a steward in Envision.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Oscar William Townsend III. I am employed by Envision Unlimited as a lead staff member at a community residence for developmental and disabled people. I stand before you today as a representative and union steward for community living and social service. I believe working class families deserve every possibility to be able to thrive in this very difficult economy. By giving a wage increase promised by SB 2604, we will be taking a giant step forward in better protecting working class family and also providing a resource to those who are in the greatest need of human service. Human service workers deserve the opportunity to live in dignity and not live paycheck to paycheck. I know that to qualify for a raise, we have to add value to the work we do. In my job, I do not just come to work and do the same thing day in and day out. That wouldn't justify a pay increase. I actively make a difference. That is what creates value. For example, at my job, I go above and beyond the call each day to deal creatively with situations where severely disabled people, though no fault of their own, act out in different ways. I think on my feet and deal with these situations in ways that respect the people's dignity and self-determination. So the pay increase is for value provided to the consumers, the agency, and the whole community. Thank you.
Last but not least, David Winkowski, a consumer of services for both Annexter and Envision, who also lives in your district.
Hello, ladies. Hello, my name is David Winkowski. Hi, my name is David Winkowski. I live in your district, 1646, West Essex. I attend a day program at an agency named Annexter Center. Funding caps, cuts have really hurt agencies expressed own work our program. One of the staff passed away, the agency did not have the money to replace him. As a result, also, our work programs was cut in half. Also, a lot of staff left. Agency fund for better paying jobs. I have lived in an apartment with a roommate. We have staff that help us budget our money to pay bills, buy food. Some of the staff work 2 jobs, make ends meet. I hope your bill passes so the staff can make more money. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. My name is David.
The folks who do the work that we just talked about, you deserve a living wage, no doubt about it. I think it goes without saying, but I'll go back to the point I made a little bit earlier. At the end of this year, at the end of 2014, when the so-called temporary income tax expires, the state budget's going to lose about $1.9 billion. It's $1.9 billion with a B if we don't act to replace that revenue. So whether you're concerned about wages for folks who work at DHS, whether you're concerned about money to prevent future school closings, whether you're concerned about public safety, whether you're concerned about mental health or substance abuse treatment in our communities, being sure that we have the adequate revenue to pay for these things is job one.
First of all, David, you rocked it. Thank you. You couldn't have said it any better. You referred to the people we serve, and that's key. This is the first panel was about putting the human in human services, and the folks that serve folks with disabilities and preserve dignity and independence are valuable, and we should be placing a higher value on them. I'm a co-sponsor of the House version of Senator Steans' bill, and I intend to work for its passage. I echo what Greg said about revenue, and that's going to require being in places other than the Three Musketeers here who have been on board with the progressive income tax from the start. We need to work in districts all over the state to ensure that we can pass that.
People who are working full-time and taking care of people with developmental disabilities should not be living in poverty, period. It's wrong. I absolutely support the bill. It's my bill. I'm honored to carry it. It is a top priority. I have spoken directly with Governor Quinn and Jerry Sturmer, the budget director for the governor, about this. I am certainly hoping when they introduce their budget in March that we see increasing these wages built into the budget. That is my hope. I will say that it's been 7 years now since facilities who are taking care of people with developmental disabilities have gotten a rate increase, so they haven't been able to pay these wages. It's just plain wrong. Now, as Greg mentioned, this is going to be a drumbeat in our theme, I think, tonight. We have only so much resources and many, many needs, and we have so many competing interests for the very limited resources that if we do not address revenues, and our revenues right now, which are already being stretched, as Greg said, are going down at the end of this this year. We are losing, and this year, we only lose it the next fiscal year for half the fiscal year. After that, we've lost the income tax for an entire year. If we do not do something about this, we are going to be going the absolute wrong direction. Not only will we not be able to do increases in wages, not only will we not be able to restore dental benefits, we're going to be having to make more cuts than we've already been doing. So it behooves us all to really be focused on how can we make sure we are addressing our revenue challenges in the state.
We will be closing out with a song.
Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Just keep on walking, keep on talking, walking in the freedom line. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Let nobody turn me around. Keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up the freedom line. Ain't gonna let the 40 minutes turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Let the 40 minutes turn me around. Keep on walking, keep on talking, marching on the freedom line. Ain't gonna let nobody wages turn me around, turn